Hey everyone, I'm Princess Link, and today I will be reading Hogwarts Exposed by Neil. Warning, this series has a lot of Ron bashing, as well as obvious pedophilia. So let's just get started. Rated R for violence and sexual conduct. I feel like I should point out it's mostly sexual violence because, again, because the author is just a total creep. Suddenly, the Covenant of Three defeated Voldemort at the end of their 7th year. It's now 5 years later, and Ron and Harry are about to re-enter Hermione's life, along with a 5th-year student that reminds her of someone special from her past. Who could it be? I don't actually know. Himself? I don't know. I'll say notes. The defeat of Voldemort is credited to Mists of Time by Nightfall. The characters and the abilities and disabilities of the characters, along with their 5th, 6th, and 7th year history, are credited to the Psychic Circuit trilogy by Barb Prudhomme. Evil fanfiction. Fanfiction. Chapter 1. Memories of the Way We Were. I got my baby mug. Let me try this backwards. Baby. Woo. From Universal. Okay. Saturday, August 30th, 2003. As Professor Junior located an empty compartment and took a seat, his mind wandered back to his first ride on the Hogwarts Express 12 years ago. Had it really only been 12 years? Seems like a lifetime ago, she thought to herself. It's amazing how something as insignificant as searching for a lost toad can change your life, forever. So Hermione Granger's life was definitely changed the day she met Ron Weasley and Harry Potter. Little did she suspect that those two nervous and 11-year-old boys would end up as her best friends. Nor could she have envisioned the adventures they would share together. Hermione's eyes filled with tears as she remembered what the boys looked like that first day on the train. Harry, with his unruly black hair and broken glasses, and Ron with his smudged nose and mouth full of chocolate frogs. Because, of course, I don't know what I'm doing now. It's strange how one's perception of events changes as time passes. Who could ever think that being chased by a mountain troll and nearly killed themselves could become a fond memory? I mean, maybe people have fun with that. I mean, isn't that like the point of video games? You get killed by a dude, and then it doesn't matter. This is a video game, and you're not actually dead. Oh my god. Who in their right mind could ever wish they could be trapped in Devil's Snare again, or be a living piece in a game of wizard's chess? The memories of those 7 years constantly preoccupied her. If only she could turn back time and experience again those wonderful years and be with Harry and Ron all over again. But sadly, a time turner can only turn back time a few hours, a day at most, but it won't allow one to relive her life and correct the mistakes she's made. And most sadly, Hermione reflected. It can't bring back people or restore friendships lost years ago. Hermione Granger finished Hogwarts with the highest marks ever achieved by a student since the founding of the school over 1,000 years ago. She was believed by many in the wizarding world to be the smartest witch alive. Clever with books, but stupid when it comes to life choices, Hermione thought to herself. All these years, and not so much as an owl from either of them. How could I have been so stupid? I don't know, how could you have been so stupid? Professor Granger tried to bring himself back to reality by going over her lecture notes, but with little success. Thinking of teaching Transfiguration just reminded her of the circumstances surrounding her receiving the position. It all started when Firenze, I don't know how that's supposed to be pronounced. The centaur, Firenze, had interpreted that Harry, Ron, and she were the three proclaimed by the prophecy to be the cousins that could defeat the Dark Lord. Nearly one-third of the wizard population in England had died due to the war, and so it was declared by the members of the Order of the Phoenix that they should immediately seek out Voldemort and destroy him, no matter what the cost. Harry had fought Ron and Hermione to stay behind, as he feared greatly for their safety. Hermione long suspected, however, that he looked upon the final battle between Voldemort and himself as a personal one, and he didn't want to risk any others. The Order insisted that Voldemort could only be defeated by the combined efforts of Harry, Hermione, and Ron. They knew that Harry would die if he battled Voldemort alone, and with his death, they would lose any chance of defeating the Dark Lord. Knowing that he couldn't persuade them otherwise, Harry insisted that the families of the city should be protected. Lost my place. Since Voldemort knew the fears that made up the covenant. That was agreed on, and both Ron's and Hermione's parents moved into the castle at Hogwarts. As soon as they were safe, the members of the Covenant were given the gifts by the Order, gifts that would aid them in the coming battle, as it was hoped. Harry had been given the sword Excalibur. Excalibur! Excalibur! Guys, so it ruined my life. Whenever I see Excalibur, I just remember. So! My legend dates back to the 12th century. Anyway, Ron had received the Staff of Merlin, and Hermione carried the Oars of Mab, like Queen Mab, the fairy's midwife, from Romeo and Juliet. Dumbledore had referred to them more than once as the mind, the heart, the mind, and the soul. Due to the obscure nature of the spell and charms that bound the three of them, some personal questions had needed to be asked. Hermione was more than a little embarrassed when she was asked if Harry and her had ever been together intimately. The answer is no. But on answering yes, no, she was told that for this quest to be successful, the heart and mind had to be joined. No, that's not. Pretty sure Harry was a virgin the entire time, so. The embarrassment didn't stop there, though, as she had to face Ron after answering, knowing that they hadn't ever been intimate. Why? That doesn't make sense. The fact that Ron already knew about Harry and Hermione's relationship during the 5th year didn't really lessen the redness that Hermione could feel on his face. Dumbledore never answered her questions about what would have happened if Harry and she had not been together. She even muttered under her breath that they probably would have been required to perform the duty with witnesses. Nor did he answer when she asked what would have happened if Ron and Harry had been intimate as she and Harry were. Now. Yeah, it's also very harmony. Now thinking back on it, and with the aid of hindsight, she was glad that Harry and her had the intimate relationship when they did. It gave her very fond memories to look back on. You're freaking weird, Hermione. The defeat of Voldemort certainly wasn't simple, and without the gift, it would have been impossible. But defeat him they did, after his essence was banished into oblivion. What about oblivion? Don't judge me. They returned to Hogwarts. After 3 years, they knew the wizarding world could rejoice. They were finally free of the constant dread of the Dark Lord. None of them could keep the smiles off their faces, so they grew closer and closer to the school and families. Those smiles were quickly replaced with frowns and then looks of fear and anguish. As they approached Hogwarts, instead of seeing a great celebration, they all witnessed the truth of the war in fact reality. Smoke was rising from the rubble that had once been the location of the Great Hall. Voldemort had ordered a Death Eater attack on Hogwarts before he had been destroyed. The headmaster and two of the professors lost their lives in the attack, along with 21 students. 6 other people had also been killed. Both Hermione's and Ron's parents had been killed, along with 2 of Ron's sisters. Ron only has 1 sister, you weirdo! What are you talking about? You were Ron's other sister. Harry, of course, blames himself for having suggested they take refuge in the castle. A service was held and the hillside Quidditch field was turned into a memorial cemetery to honor those who had lost their lives. Harry didn't attend. When Hermione returned to her room, she found a simple note on her bed. When someone destroys what is most precious to the one she loves, that someone is no longer deserves their love or attention. I can never give you back what I have caused to be taken from you, and I cannot bear to look at your faces and know that I am responsible for the grief displayed upon them. I will love you both always. No, you won't. Non-bashing. Woo. I know the love you have for each other will see you through this time of grief, and that together you will in time find happiness. All my love forever. It was signed Harry. Hermione ran as fast as she could to his room, but to her despair she found his already gone. You mean his dorm room? That he shares with, 4 other guys? I'm so confused. Hermione lowered her head to her cupped hands. Tears came to her eyes. She missed her friends, and remembering such times did little to help the feeling of separation she felt from them. Suddenly, she was shocked back to the present with a loud rapping on the glass of the compartment door. The lovely red-haired girl on the other side of the window said, "Can I join you?" Hermione looked up in surprise, quickly wiping the tears from her eyes. "Ginny, I can't believe it's you. Come in." As soon as Ginny had closed the door, Hermione put her arms around her and held her in a tight embrace. Ginny returned the embrace, and they both stood like this for a few moments before the silence broken by Ginny saying, "Hermione, are you all right? I thought I saw you crying." "I was. Every time I think of..." As if knowing exactly where Hermione was about to say, Ginny interrupted her. I know. It was so hard to lose so much you loved and cherished in one day. I don't think I'll ever fully get over it." As if trying to change the subject, Hermione quickly suggested, "Sit down, Ginny. It's so good to see you again. What were you doing on the train? Are you going to visit friends in Hogsmeade? Why didn't you fly right after it? Actually, Professor, I'm traveling to the same place you are. You're looking at the new Muggle Studies professor at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry." "Why? I mean, Hermione would be more suited to teach Muggle Studies because her parents were Muggles. Doesn't make sense. And yes, Arthur Weasley, a good boy, was obsessed with Muggle stuff, but that doesn't really qualify Ginny to teach about Muggles. I assume we both took the train to the same exit. Fond memories. Hermione tried to hide the shocked expression she was sure covered her face. "You're going to teach Muggle studies? Ginny, don't detest me for saying this, but what do you know about the Muggle world? First, Hermione, I should never hate you. She stole your frickin' husband, Ginny. How could you not hate her? I mean, yeah, not all girls are that petty. I'd be petty, though. I'd be super petty about someone. You, my man? Okay. And second, I've become rather knowledgeable about Muggles. You know that my father always had such a love for Muggle inventions. Well, after I left Hogwarts, I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I decided to learn all I could about the best Muggle world and figured the best way to do it was to actually live in their world." A look of pride washed over her friend's face. "You, Professor Granger, are looking at a graduate of New York University. How, though? I don't know. I'm not in college yet, but I'm pretty sure you have to have graduated high school to go to college. And I don't think Hogwarts is considered a high school because that's their entire education. Ginny couldn't avoid showing a combination of pride and envy. She had planned on going to a Muggle university herself after completing Hogwarts. Her parents had always dreamed of her becoming a doctor, and in memory of them, she had wanted to fulfill that dream. Like a dentist? I mean, her parents were dentists. And, I mean, she could be a wizard doctor. Like Madame Pomfrey. She could look at St. Mango. However, when Professor McGonagall asked her to take over as Transfiguration Professor, she had found it impossible to turn her down. Not only was it an extreme honor to be offered such a position directly out of school, which is a terrible decision, but also she had such respect for Minerva that it was impossible to say no, especially after her former teacher had almost died saving the lives of 2 students during the devastation. Congratulations, Ginny, I'm so proud of you. But then you did finish first in your class, so I shouldn't be surprised. It's certainly going to be nice to have another woman on the staff. I felt extremely outnumbered these last few years, and now with Minerva retiring... Ginny interrupted. Knowing that I'd be teaching alongside you is one of the reasons I decided to take the job, and it was offered by Professor Snape. Hermione, we were such good friends, and while when Harry looked up to you, and well, I know he dated Katie for a while, but... Ginny, it's all right. I know what you're trying to say. Harry and I, well, I guess it must have been all hormones. I couldn't pronounce that for some reason. We were just so comfortable with each other, I guess I just convinced myself I was in love with him. Harry, on the other hand, should have spoken up to me much sooner. Not once did he tell me he loved me, probably because he never really did. Ginny, I don't blame you for our breakup, and yes, there is nothing more I'd rather see happen than us become good friends again. It's been so lonely without Harry, and Hermione hesitated before saying, Ron. Ginny noticed the hesitation in Hermione's voice before she had uttered Ron's name. Hermione, no one blames you. Ron was a total ice, and the whole world knows it. He just let the whole bloody Quidditch thing go to his head. Maybe if he had never made the team, things would have been different between you two. Hermione shook her head. Here comes the Ron bastion. I don't really know. There were so many ifs when it came to Ron and me. What if I had taken him first? What if he hadn't been bitten by Venus and turned into a werewolf? What if we had ignored the dangers and made love? What if he hadn't made a professional team? Ginny, I just don't know. But once he started getting that fast and the girls started following him, we had no chance. I was disgusted to have him as my brother. What did the headline in the Daily Prophet read? Weasley scores 85 in a row. Then the text went on to quote Ron as saying he wouldn't be satisfied until he scored at least 200. I was totally confused. Keepers don't score points. Then when I saw the pictures of all the girls, I realized they weren't talking about Quaffle through the hoop. It was about how many different women he had shagged in a row. Another is Quaffle through a different hoop, perhaps. Hermione said, sarcasm edging her voice. Hermione, the same, we know which head that all went to. He's evidently got the publicity he'd always envied of Harry. He never apologized. Do you realize that? Never an I'm sorry, Hermione. He just walked out of my life without so much as goodbye. Harry at least left me alone. Ginny moved to the other side of the compartment next to it and embraced her tightly, not at all fooled by the amusement Hermione had attempted to convey. All the devil got us do. Ginny, even Ron didn't deserve that. As much as he hate me as a girlfriend, I can't hate him. He was a wonderful friend for 7 years. If he came to me today and just apologized, I'd lean over backwards to get that friendship back. Oh, don't get me wrong, Hermione exclaimed, noticing the odd look on Ginny's face. I would never ever think of him romantically again, but I miss the closeness we had. We three had a special bond. I'm trying to wiggle my eyebrows. I can't. A special bond. Just pretend I winked, okay? I guess he would have made it to 200 if it hadn't been for that championship game that lasted 4 days. Not even that long. One game lasted a month. Was it 3 months? I forget. I haven't read about it in a while. But, you know, he had to know what would happen when Moonrise came, but he was stubborn and kept playing. Were you at the game, Ginny? Hermione questioned. Yes, I didn't really want to go, but Fred and George insisted. Fred is dead. I miss him. I miss him, guys. I miss Fred so much. He's thrilled by this, they said. It's the championship game. The tickets are free. So we went, on the fourth day the sunset and Ron turned into a werewolf. I'll never forget the look on that poor Chase's face when Ron went after her. Sometimes I have nightmares about it and wake up hearing her screams. It took 10 hours. I don't really know how to pronounce that either. It took 10 hours to get him off of it. To this day, I don't know how they avoided being bitten too. But by the time the ogres had subdued him, it was too late. His bite had nearly severed the poor born girl's leg, and she had gone into shock. Did anyone from her family ever try to talk to her? From the family ever try to talk to her? Hermione questioned. I tried to, but she wanted nothing to do with anyone who bore the name Weasley. I couldn't blame her. She's a beautiful girl. I imagine up till then she had to fight the boys off. Just 18 years old. She had the most beautiful long blonde hair, and to figure, well, she'd even give you competition, because Hermione is just perfect in body and soul. I'm gonna pay it. It's really boring right now. Nothing. It's just a whole bunch of info. Just that background, I guess. I don't know. The fact that Ginny paid her such a nice compliment in the middle of such a serious conversation caught Hermione quite off guard, and she turned a bit red. Now her life will never be the same. No, the court, besides sending around to Azkaban for 4 years, liquidated all his assets and gave them to her. Pretty life is ruined. What good is money when the world shuns you? Most werewolves at least have the benefit of being able to hide what they are from the public. This poor girl had her face bit all over the wizard's house. She can't walk down the street without someone recognizing her. Ginny, isn't Ron's time up soon? Yes, she nodded. He's scheduled to be released next Wednesday. Oh, have you talked to him? What are his plans? His plans. I haven't talked to him, but Fred and George have. He's changed a lot. Not staying on me now. Fred and George have offered him a job, managing their store in Hogsmeade until he gets on his feet. Hermione's face was white as the block she was wearing. He's going to be here in Hogsmeade? Yes. And look on Hermione's face. It was Jane's thing to change the topic of discussion.